What is happening, Raptors? This is Blizzardraptor here. Welcome to Deeproot Basin. Whoa. Now, I was pretty sure that I had found another site of grace under here. I did, didn't I? I was doing a little bit of off-camera cleaning up some rough edges, just going back to a few areas where I had left items. And I cannot find the grace that I had rested at before. Which is a little annoying, because we had to go through a whole alien ant farm to get there. And I don't really want to go through all that again. However, if I'm cheeky, well, that didn't work. I'm not that bothered about runes and stuff, guys. Remember what I said before. At the level I'm at just now, the meta's 150. You can, however, go higher than that if you've no intention to PvP. I'm at level 143 just now, and I've got really good damage output. So it's more that I just don't want the hassle of doing any more grinding at the moment. If I come to an area where my damage output is just not good enough, then I'll probably consider doing some more grinding off camera for runes. I keep wanting to call them souls because of Dark Souls, soul items. Souls are the currency of the game. So it looks like I'm going to have to go through here again. I think... Oh, I can ride the horse through here. Oh, if I knew I could do that. Well, bugger. I mean, I suppose the only downside is I need to get this right first time, otherwise I'm going to get bitten in the bum by giant ants. Ouch! Oh no! Ah! Ah! Just no. Did I not save it properly yesterday? I'm starting to think that maybe that's what I've done wrong, is I've probably quit back to the dashboard or changed over to another profile on the console, and it's not properly recorded that I was ever at that other site of grace. I just don't want to fight all of these ants again. So the first drop off basically drops me right on top of these guys. I need to get... Oh no! I missed! Well... I guess we're just gonna have to do this again. So apologies, guys. If I figure out how to cut a few minutes of gameplay out of this, you will not see or hear the following commentary. If I don't, then this is a repeat of stuff that I did yesterday, and for that I do apologise. Oh no, 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 no. No, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen. So's that. And that. And the other thing is that because I died, the sword now doesn't do as much damage. There we go. So, I may or may not have cut out what went previously. If I have, then you've missed nothing except a painful run through some already familiar territory. And also a revelation that I've had that I can't use. Well, I can use, but I can't get the most out of either my sword or my shield unless I have Godric's Great Rune activated. So we've got the finger reader crone there. Nothing down there at all. Big old tangled tree. So let's see what the finger reader crone has to say.
Lord Godwyn, such cruelty, such humiliation. Oh, my poor sweet lordling should have died a true death. As the first of the demigods to die, as a martyr to destined death. But why must it yet bring such disgrace? A scion of the golden bough, sentenced to live in death. How could such a thing come to be? Oh.
So, let me see if I can wrap my head around this and try and summarise it for you guys. So if you remember the cutscene right at the very start of the game, when the enraptured sounding gentleman was waxing lyrical about the state of the lands between, he did say that on the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was the first to die. And demigods or gods were not meant to be able to die. However, someone bartered with, I'm assuming it's a god of death, but that assumption's only based on the information that I've had from the game so far. So there's a name, I think it was Malthus, and a shard of a special something, I think it's his rune, was used to imprint the Black Knives with death, so that anything they touched would die. And so they were finally able to kill a god, and the Black Knives killed Godwyn the Great first. However, it looks like that is not the case, judging by what the crone there had to say, that Godwyn in fact did not die, and instead he has been forced to live in death. Now, if you remember, or if you figured it out yet, the Golden Order, I'm sure Vati Video will have a much better explanation of this. This is going to be rambling, but if you remember, the Golden Order and people who worship and work for the Golden Order, like D, the original D, not D, the Beholder of Death, but D, is he the Hunter of Death? I can't remember what the original D's. It's confusing because both brothers are named that, but the first D that was at the round table and spoke to me, he hunts those who live in death, those people who worship death, who use death's black knives, and who basically spread death. I saw that. Basilisk. No, that's not good. We don't want any of your crap. So, D believes that Godwyn was killed by those who live in death, and so did the rest of the Golden Order. What they don't know is that they're... Interesting. Yeah, what they don't know is that their worshipper, the person that they worship, my words aren't working, may in fact be one of those who live in death and one of those that they now have to hunt. So there's irony here, and there's always irony in a Dark Souls game. Or a From Software game. The storytelling is of the sort of tragic variety. You get very Shakespearean feels playing one of Miyazaki's games. And yeah, that's sadly another one. That is sadly one of the things, you know, there are no happy endings in these games. Don't expect them. So don't come into these expecting people to live rosy, happily ever after sort of vibes. There was a message here. Pack seeking ahead. Oh, were you able to come under there, right? And then this is the pack, is it? Yeah, you really don't want death to build up on you. No, I think that's the pack. I need to probably switch to... I see you. Oh. Yeah. So yeah, so there's a lot of heavy storytelling now coming about. Godwyn the Golden may not be dead after all. Poor Goddy is one of those who live in death. So by his very nature, or by the defined nature and order of things, according to those who hunt those who live in death, Godwyn the Golden, their god, is one of the abominations that they have to kill. Fantastic. So this area is rife with these little buggers. They're jumping down on me from everywhere. They're fast, they are aggressive, but they don't really have any attacks outside of their spit their crap attacks. And oops, I will need this glass drink. You can see that they're not doing any damage to my health, but they are building up the death status in that bar. I'd really like that to go away. Missed, oh yeah. And this is not where you want to fight them either, not in an enclosed area where you've nowhere to roll but into that. So yeah, be very careful. Try and encourage them to do the jump and spit, because it is much easier to dodge and walk away from. If the thing is, you can always get... That's that thing outside, innit? Yeah, heard that. I was going to say you can always get away if it looks like it's going south outside, but the problem is you might be swinging into an attack and you may not have time to roll out the way of the big breath when they puff out their chest and send the death spray in your direction, so you really need to be careful. I wouldn't try and combo these guys to death. Yeah, I would not try to combo these guys to death because you could end up getting caught out and that wouldn't be pleasant. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I got lucky there. I should have maybe waited. Losing a lot of flasks to these guys and getting nothing back. I'm torn now. Yeah, you know what? I'll just keep moving around the ruins. We can sort of get up here. Don't know what that's for, because I don't think we can get up onto any of these buildings. And it does not look like you can get high enough. Yeah, you're not going to be able to jump up here with Torrent. So you're not going to be able to get high enough to get up there, so there's no way you're getting up there. Another basilisk up ahead. I really should experiment with other damage types on them as well and see, because that that lightning spear is a heavy drain on my... Yeah, I think Black Flame is going to be the way to go. The irony that it's a damage over time attack that works best on them. Black Flame, in its item description it says it's a weighty flame that damages, that clings to an enemy and continually does damage. It does. You can see that after I've hit them there's a little bit of damage stacking afterwards. I need to know what this is. So watch there, see how the damage is ticking and counting? We might get some flasks back for that. One whole flask. Okay. Well, it's better than nothing. Dragon wound grease. Now, normally when you find a dragon damaging item like that, dragon wound grease, it means that you're about to come up against a dragon type boss. There we go. There's another one back there. I just really want to get out here and see if there's an item in the middle of the quiet part of the lake here. Ducus Terba. There's a boss type character up ahead. So many places I want to go. But let's fight him. He's in front of us. See what he's got. Get some Ghost Glovewort level 5. Is that a headless knight on a horse? I think it is. Really? Feck off. Yeah, okay. That's going to be coming my way, isn't it? So this thing is a perfumer that literally just sprays crap at you. And the only thing is, the only way that I can really get to him... is by being where he can hit me. Here. So it doesn't look like that does anything to those guys. That does though, I know it does. So there we are. So we'll finish him off after this. There we go. Got my buttons all mixed up there. Again, we got one flask off him. We'll see if this guy bleeds. Apparently not. So fights like I'll do. And there we are. Got another flask back off him. Her. It. Don't know. That was a cool fight though. Again, just sort of exploring the outskirts of these ruins. Trying to make my mind up what to do. Ah, now that, I know what that is. That is a way out of here. I recognise that. Another way out to a completely different area. So what I want to do just now is not go near that casket at the end of the waterfall. I've seen... I've not watched any of Jacksepticeye's playthrough. Not for any other reason than I didn't want any spoilers before I had a chance to play it, but I am aware that he was several hours into the game and he found this and realised that there were probably a lot of areas that he hadn't found still, so I'm kind of excited about that. We've got all of that there. See, I could safely jump down there. There are platforms down to there, but I think there's a logical route down there that way as well. I think there's supposed to be a wandering mausoleum. There, it's there. But it's not wandering anymore because it's been entangled in the branches. So that's why the headless knights are all around here. I'm going to go back to where I fought that first perfume sprayer. The thing that was breathing the dust that turned into fire. Not the one that was up there, but there was one further back. And there's an item up there now though, and now I'm like, oh, I want to go and get that. No, there was a door up here. Is he dead? No. But he didn't really pay any attention to me either, so yeah. Yeah. There's this bit here that I want to have a look at. Again, the architecture here reminds me of Bloodborne. That had that sort of very gothic, haunted look. Actually, the problem with them is that that reaches quite far. Oh! God damn it! Wasn't expecting it to reach that far though. See, he breathes fire just in front of him to try and stop you from getting to him. Right, you. I don't think he's got a very good turning radius. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's able to actually move, so once you get behind him here... Betrayal ahead. Fantastic. Who's this? Ash of War vacuum slice. Ooh. Betrayal ahead. Behold hero. Is this a door? No. Okay. Drink a flask. So... done that first bit, we can move into here. So you've really got to be careful for those guys because their attacks reach further. If this happens, if he gets the spray off, just move around him. All they're going to do is try and move into a position where you're standing still and they can spit their breath at you, like that. I think From Software could have made them much more difficult to deal with, but they're trying to be fair. You know, they're trying to make it a challenge, but be fair, which is a tough... Oh no, no, you get back here. Because we don't know what you are. But we do now. Sombersmith and Stone level 6. Cool. Yeah, it's difficult to make something... A lot of people say that From Software's games are unfair. They're not. They're fair. They're just hard because there isn't a lot of things swung in the player's favour. You know, a lot of games will help the player out as much as they can by giving you auto lock-ons or scaling the enemy damage a different way, whereas in these games it really does feel like every fight is potentially a fight for your life, and so it requires a certain amount of thought. It's like the original Rainbow Six games used to be. I don't know if anybody remembers them, but the original Rainbow Six games were rock solid. They had realistic difficulty where a bullet or two bullets could kill you. The whole point was supposed to give you that feel of an authentic shootout. Might take it easy on the magic just now and just kill these guys with my sword and shield. Yeah, don't stand in that smoke for too long, David. That's how you die. Always get suspicious when the fact that I can summon appears on the side of the screen, because that suggests to me that an area is either going to be difficult enough that I might want to bring a summon in, or that there's going to be a boss fight. In which case I still might want to bring a summon in. Ah, amazing. A sight of grace. So let's try and orient ourselves. I'm not going to rest at that because I don't want to bring everything back that was in here. So there's... this here is potentially the Erdtree, or the Erdtree. There's where we first came in, the Great Waterfall Crest. There is the Deeproot Depths. So the Waterfall Crest leads down to here. Great Waterfall Basin, there we are. So there's the Great Waterfall Basin where I fought the two gargoyles. So travelling up that waterfall took me up to here, at the base of a great tree. I think that's just a cross section of the tree. I don't think it actually has been chopped in half. Then you have the crone that we spoke to. We went under this tangle and we've made our way through most of this tangle here. I am anticipating a boss fight at some point here, and I do really want to travel back and level up. Ah, there we go, there's the natural way down. So I want to explore up there, because I'm sure there's probably... this feels like one of those areas that can be in a From Software game, there are places where there's some really cool upgrade material, but they make you work for it. It could potentially be a new weapon, it could simply be a higher value of smithing stone, but if you want it, you're going to have to be willing to put everything on the line. Because you're going to fight some tough enemies. Going to let the sword do some work for me for a while. The physical damage, or physical attacks, because it's not really physical damage, it scales with arcane, so it's arcane damage. But the point is, melee damage we'll call, because that sounds easier than all the other bumbling ways I've been trying to put it. Melee damage is not my primary damage attribute. I'm not really a sword and shield guy. The shield serves another purpose for me to use the jellyfish goop to boost my attacks when I need them, and the sword is really only there as a backup in case I need to, you know, turtle, hide behind the shield and poke something. But I have leveled the sword up to a point where it actually feels quite good using it, so Golden Rune level 1, so that feels like it's luring me into a trap then, because it's not decent. Could this be a friend? So you can get across here, I think. I don't think you were intended to, no. Not by the looks of it. Oh well. There's a way up there. There's not a way up there, sorry. Because the branch, the way they cross over. So that is the natural way up. Okay, let's go have a look up here then. So, above us we have two of these fire sprayers. Now the minute I get up here, he's gonna be able to hit me. In fact, I'm probably in his range if I take 2 or 3 steps further forward. Maybe the way to come at him is from the left there. But I don't think that branch connects to the ground. Maybe I can outrace it. Let's try that first. Oh no, I needed to jump. I still need to jump. I still need to jump. Jump! Jump! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when neither you nor your horse decide to jump. I know, Trigger. You know, I've never watched a cowboy movie with the horse, Trigger, whatever they are, in my life. Yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you should always, always, always be in control of your horse. Yeah, you're not getting... Smithing Stone level 6, that's good for me. I think I need some of them. So that thing can be bypassed if you're willing to take a risk, because they don't have any turn whatsoever that I've seen so far. The Prince of Death staff. Ooh. Let there be something incredible. Yeah, sounds it actually. It's like a really cool magic staff. So that is... That item's probably better got by using Torrent to jump up there, to be honest. And I can get round to kill this guy now, I think. Can I? Yeah, he's there. So let's give him a couple of pokes and see what... Okay. So I get why they're overpowered now, because, to be quite honest, that's a horrible amount of damage to do in a short space of time, but they can do a horrible amount of damage to me in a short space of time, so swings and roundabouts. Oh no! What the... Ah... Have to power up again. Dash. Really didn't want to have to wade through all of the things that I'd killed. I might be ignoring basilisks for now, unless they become a major problem for me. We've got Ghost Glove Wart here. And then we can get up here. We'll get down off here so we don't accidentally fall. And we've got the Arteria Leaf. Okay. Oh, so the Wandering Mausoleum can still wander. And this also gives me a look at... So we did all that stuff before, so I'm not worried about that. And we have been in there before, because that's where we got the Ash of War vacuum slice. It's a headless archer on top of that building. There's a minor Erdtree. Is that what that's going to be? Possibly. So what we'll do is we'll get back down from here safely. Safely! That's another rune wasted. I hate that. Yeah. I thought I was jumping into the torrent, but I think into the spirit jump, but I never. I'm going through these runes like candy, but I'd rather have the full use of my equipment here than try to get through. Right. So we'll get up here, take him out to make our journey through here as safe as possible. Don't know why they never made these guys move. Am I going to come across moving ones of these later perhaps? There we go. So... not too bad. So... he has an angle. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, we can get up here though. Then I should be able to jump across here, pop out. There we go, there's one. And an item. Nascent butterfly. And the other one is down there. Ah, ha ha ha. Very good. Yeah. We've got an area back there as well. Now he's stopping me from killing him, so I have to get him first. The easiest way to do that, I think, is gonna be to jump down here. Now, yeah, I know it is possible to fall off here. This again reminds me of the Darkroot Basin. So that's one, and the other one's up there, but we can get to him now if we need to. So we've been through most of this twisted tangle. Really cool if there was a grace up here. Hey, ask and ye shall receive. So there's a site of lost grace. So we did all of that. We've been around here and picked up everything. There wasn't really much to find on these twisted branches. I almost embarrassed myself by falling off the edge. We've still got that whole other side to do, but I'm going to go in here first. This looks like a boss arena. I can practically smell a boss fight coming. Something in that tree, perhaps? No? Ah, there's a sending portal, but there's... Okay. Wonder if PS Champion can bleed. Yes, he can. Got any more? Yep, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, Roger, I know all your tricks, remember. You hardly know any of mine. Not anymore. Yep. There we go. I think there's going to be more. Possibly D. The original D. Come on, guys. Yep, there we go. Oh, there's 3. Yeah, we need to finish this quick. Drank at the wrong time. Right. Why am I getting ganked? Ah! Ouch. Shield might have 100% clock, but it doesn't have... Am I down to 1, am I? Oh, Leonel's pretty good. Ah ha ha ha! Death sorcery, eh? Oh, I've had enough of that. Yep, give me a drink. Fia's missed. There she is. Don't know what that's. Is that meant to be her originally? Yeah. Pusty.
Ah, there you are. I knew you would come.
Thank
What
you.
is it you intend? To deny us and our ways, like the dogmatic brutes of the Golden Order? You are an what I am, the guardian they call me, yet you still...
I don't know if that was the right thing to do.
Have you ever seen a Hallowbrand? When the first of the demigods died, his flesh was marked with the half-wheel wound of the centipede. Godwyn's Hallowbrand has since been recovered at the Round Table Hold. But there is another Hallowbrand out there somewhere, and I must find it before the time comes we receive our Lord. When Godwyn died, but another exists, and I must before the time come my hands. Will you still let me on?
I didn't mean to do that this time. Right. So that was cool. That's a bit different. So we did a wee boss fight, and it's given us a place we can come to see her, which is awesome. The Baldachin's Blessing I'm going to have to use because it conveys a penalty. It takes off some of your health. It's not much, I think it's like 5%. But that's enough to make it taxing. So that's the Prince of Death. So this belongs to... Who's the Prince of Death? And that little portal thing beside her has opened up. Do I go through it? Do I go back? Okay, I mean, I can always come back here. There's so much to do here. I've got all of this bit with the walking chapel-y dude. I've got the coffin that can take me somewhere over here, I think. Ish? I don't know. Oh, so much to do. I've got this. Right, you know what? I'm here. I'm physically here, so I'm going to step through this. So, where am I? Where am I now? Over. So I'm somewhere under the city? Somewhere in the capital city. Okay. Good guy, bad guy, bad guy. Indifferent guy. What time are we at? Oh, 50 minutes in. Well, I mean, I can always come back here. I would have liked to have found a grace, but it's perfect. There we go. Ask and you shall receive. So with that being found, I can end this episode. Thank you, Raptors, for joining me for this one. And yeah, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to go back. I know what the other thing is she wants. Can't remember if I've beat the boss that I need to beat to get it though. I'm going to have to go and do a little bit of investigation, but anyway, you're going to get to see me do that in the next episode. Thank you for sticking with the series. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. If you are, like, subscribe. This is Raptor out for now.